Hi everyone, my name is Susanna Campora. I am the creator and founder of Real Life Book Club, connecting women in many different ways, and we are really changing our lives because of our inspired action that we're taking in our real lives. Thank you so much for joining Real Life Connection. I'm really excited to introduce to you today Carrie Socia. Carrie is one of my really good friends, and she is just doing amazing things, new things with her life and her business this year. So, Carrie, I would love everyone to know, what is it that you are doing now, and how did you come to be able to do that and to take a huge leap of faith this year?
Hi, everyone. I'm Carrie. And I think what really changed is post-holiday last year. It was January, and it was a new year, and I wasn't happy, and I really wanted that to change. And so the biggest thing I did was I asked for help, and that was a big change for me. I sought out a health coach, a life coach, actually, not a health coach. I went and did acupuncture, and I joined a book club hosted by Susanna. And that was probably my biggest, kind of my aha started there when I realized that I wasn't in my joy, and kind of starting connecting again and really taking care of myself and centering myself broadly changed what I wanted. And so through that, I kind of put it out there. What am I supposed to be doing this year? What do I want? Who do I want to be around? And then somehow it came back. Actually, one week, I was telling this story last night. One week, I had 7 different people say, you should be a personal stylist. And my background is in buying. I was a buyer for TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and I've been in retail my whole life. So when that came back, it was kind of like this light bulb went off, and you ignited that in book club as well, because you asked me to style you for a photo session that you were going to be in, and I was like, how did she know that that's something that I love doing? I hadn't done it in a really long time.
Awesome. I just want to show everyone really quick. So this is the shirt and the earrings that Carrie we went shopping together, and she just did an amazing job allowing me to kind of overcome my anxiety around choosing an outfit that really captured my essence and that was going to stick with me for a long time in my professional photos. So she actually gifted me these earrings, helped me pick out the jeans and the lovely shirt, which is very much Susanna. And I love my outfit, and I got so many compliments on my style for my photos.
Yeah, it was so fun. Like this, we spent an hour together. We both had our kids, and they think that was probably the biggest thing is because I realized that I was present. I'm very present when I'm doing what I love, and it brings me so much joy to see that in other women and men that I'm working with. So it's that joy factor, it's that connection, and that intuition of mine that just speaks out when I'm working with people and specifically dressing themselves. So
So
that's kind
beautiful.
of how that came about.
Awesome. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Thank you.
I can't see you now. Let's see. Can you hear me, Susanna?
I'm back.
There you are. Okay. Okay. I can hear you now. Okay.
Okay, awesome. So Carrie, tell me a little bit, like you said, at the end of last holidays that you felt really unhappy. You had said that you had been a buyer before. You said that you're a mom. Kind of paint a picture for us as to, you know, what were you going through at that time in your life? Why were you unhappy? And for how long? How long had you been feeling this way?
Gosh, that's a really good question. I'd say I had been feeling unhappy really since I left my job, since I left my career back in 2005. I realized that I love working. I love having connections with adults. And I didn't really, I think as a mom, I went from a full-time working career woman to a full-time mom, and just was no balance. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, I hear like an echo, so I'm not sure. Um, so there was no balance, and I was all mom. And I really gave everything that I had to my kids, which was fabulous, but I kept nothing for myself. And so when I realized that I didn't have to feel guilty for taking time out for myself to do the things that really give me energy, and I'm an extrovert and I love being around people. And last night, I was around 20 women and I was so buzzed afterwards that I was high. I was high on life. So I realized that I just need that balance of being around, being present for my kids, but I can be present with my kids more fully when I'm really taking care of my needs, which are being connected with women and really being present. So
Yes. Wow, Carrie. Yeah, it sounds like you just had that big awakening that you were feeling a certain way and you felt disconnected from who you truly are. You weren't living in your truth. So
I
share with us,
wasn't.
right. So yeah, share with us a little bit about how um, being authentic to who you are and really embracing that has helped you make new decisions that are bringing you more joy into your life.
That's a really great question. I think not when you realize that you weren't being authentic and then you have that experience of being authentic, you crave it. And there's a big difference when you are and you aren't. And so I had to really sit with that and really understand, how do I always stay in my authentic self? Because I really could show up as so many different people based on kind of wanting people to like me. And so I kind of had to let go of, what are people going to think? If I come out and I'm a stylist and I'm talking about things that are more materialistic, like spending money on clothes and spending money on yourself. But the cool thing about me is that I honor what people want, and so I listen. Like, if someone wants to do consignment or thrift or high end, or that doesn't matter. It's really about them, and catering what I do based on their needs.
So it sounds like
So
you're really helping in you being authentic and owning your gifts and your passion and your work. You are able to help direct and guide others, your clients, to be more authentic.
absolutely,
Yeah.
that's the beauty in it, is seeing. I kind of say that before energy and then the post energy, and it's like this like lift. There's a lift in the being, when you
Mhm.
really get to express who you are, like the inside and the outside mesh, and it's just beautiful.
That sounds so beautiful. Yeah, so it really, really does. And I really value your philosophy of how you work with your clients. It's very heartfelt. It's very right on with the whole person, very holistic. I would like to ask you, in going from staying at home with your kiddos to embracing your authentic self and your kind of heart's desire and what you really crave for yourself, for your life, how have you been able to integrate your authentic self with your family life?
I think they just get to see a really happy mom when I'm my authentic self. And I've always ridden my bike with a dress on. That's just how I operate, you know. So when I'm my authentic self, my kids get to be their authentic selves, and I really advocate like who let them be who they are. And so when I'm being me, they get to be them, and we're just more accepting of each other and the imperfections. And you know, I I was breaking glasses like one week, all week long. It was like break a glass, break a plate, and I just got to laugh and be like, I'm a kid again. Like I don't have to be this perfect person. So kind of letting go of just like releasing those blocks of, you know, I tended to be a perfectionist, and it still definitely is in me. But finding that playfulness, when I'm happy, I'm more playful, and so it affects, you know, everybody. And my husband's a lot happier too.
Yeah. Oh, I just love how that really captures your true essence, and everyone's true essence is the joy and the freedom that comes from just being who you are in all of your messiness, any of the things that aren't perfect, and just loving on it, just like kids do that naturally, and we are all called to do that naturally. So wonderful how you've really been able to capture that, and I see that radiating from you. It's so fun to be around you. So, in this path of being more authentic in your life, showing up authentically in your work and as a mom and for yourself, how has this enabled you to connect more with others, and what does connection mean for you?
Connection is really everything for me. It's feeling alive. And so when I'm connecting, I'm alive and I'm present. And so the connection piece is really, it allows me to kind of melt my fears away. And I get to embrace all these beautiful opportunities, and you really get to see that light in everyone. Like you get to choose to see the best in others, and so that's been super helpful for me, is allowing that. I mean, I'm just a natural connector, and I get so much energy from learning about other people and how I can embrace what they're doing and kind of mesh it all together. So yeah, it's kind of my everything.
Oh, so good, Carrie, to see you on your path. We oftentimes, in especially in our past, and we know each other's stories, but it's so common for all women that in the past we didn't reach out and connect with others and with ourselves, with our authentic selves, because that brought up a lot of fear.
Mhm.
It made us feel vulnerable. So how has you embracing vulnerability enhanced your ability to connect?
It's again, and it goes back to I was kind of a hermit when I was a mom. I was really scared of parenting. Didn't come naturally to me. Loving my kids did, but being this parent, I didn't really know how to be a parent, and so in through connection and kind of finding my joy again, I get to be that parent that I always wanted to be. I don't know if I answered. I'm kind of like forgetting what your question was, but I know that why I was unhappy was that I I was nervous of what people were going to think of me as a mom, and I didn't have all the answers. In fact, I had a lot of questions, and I didn't have a support network, I think, when I initially became a mom. And so just I now have that. I've now kind of opened up and let people just see me and accept myself. And I'll ask for help now, like other moms that I really admire. I don't mind saying, hey, you know, can you give me some insights, or what's something you've done? And I've hired a family coach too, and I really look to my husband. He's a natural, amazing parent, and so I've really connected with him and asked for help and how I can be a better mom. So, yeah,
Wow.
connect with my husband and really looking to other moms for support.
There's so much flourishing community that you have welcomed into your space that has really helped you and be more of who you are and made parenting and most likely as well made your work and your new business smoother, easier, lighter. So
Mhm.
amazing. We are not meant to do these really hard tasks and to be who we truly are without the help of others. So thank you for really highlighting that and how that plays out in your life. The next question I have for you is, what has been your favorite book with Real Life Book Club?
Let's see. I think probably my favorite book was A Return to Love. And that book, I know we talk about cracking ourselves open, but that hit home for me. I didn't know that even existed. Like, I'd never read self-help books. I never read growth books. In fact, I didn't really read a lot. I'm a visual person, so I tend to do a lot more watching or just be one-on-one with people, and that's where I get my energy. So reading books was a really amazing experience for me because the important factor was me coming after reading and really connecting with these women. But a return to love, when I realized that all of us really have it in us to love or have a call for love, it was really changed the way that I operated.
So beautiful. And that was your first experience with Real Life Book Club, I think, and it really did revolutionize all of our lives and sharing it together. You have been such a light in my life. You have been such an inspiration. And I've watched you become inspired. You know, be inspired by the book, be inspired by other women, be inspired by your own heart's desires. And I've watched you put it into action all the time. You're just a powerhouse. You're making it happen. So tell me a little bit about, we have heard a lot about what has been inspiring you. That connection, you really feed off of other people's energy and getting to know them, really embracing your passions and what brings you joy in your life, and showing up with presence. What keeps you going? Even some days or sometimes when you may not feel inspired, what keeps you putting one foot in front of the other with the baby steps in your work, as a mom, all of that?
I would say the biggest thing, a couple things. One, starting each day with a grateful heart. Gratitude has been a really important practice of mine. And realizing, that I have the capacity to love and to be loved really drives me. Because the more I love myself and the more I get to love other people, it just keeps me going. So that's something kind of new is waking up and just kind of feeling where is my gratitude today? I'd say
Mm.
that's huge. And then honoring my body and honoring the need for it to move and connect to the ground. It's literally that grounding experience of being. Colorado is amazing that we have the sunshine. I moved from Michigan and winters were long and I wouldn't go outside that much. And the fact that we can, I get to bike my kids to school and I get to like breathe in that fresh air in the morning, it just,
Mhm.
in an instantaneous moment, it's like life's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Yes. Wonderful things that you pointed out. You really do inspire me with your graciousness, your gratitude, your grace, and your ability to kick some butt with running and You're always active, and that's one thing I'm working on in my life. So thank you for being a light to me in that way, for sure. It's so good to see you getting after it. And yeah, I just went hiking with my kiddos last weekend in
I saw
December.
that.
I know, and
Yeah.
we didn't even have to wear coats or hats. It was so amazing.
I know. My daughter wears bathing suits around.
Oh, that is so great. That is so great.
I love
Love
it.
that. So, Carrie, I would love to connect you with other women for so many reasons. Number one, you are an amazing woman to connect with as both a friend, as a mentor, as a stylist, and someone who sincerely cares about people. You have a huge heart. So, how can people connect with you, and how would you like them to find you and follow you?
My favorite way of connecting is in person always. So, but if you want to kind of follow me and reach out, the first thing is I have a website. It's my name. So it's carriesocia.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, and my name is just my business is my name is my business. My business is my name. So
Yeah, you are your brand. You're the
I just
direct
am.
reflection.
Yeah, I get to be me. So, send me an email, go on my website and to my blog and, reach out that way. And I love meeting people for coffee chats. And now that Susanna has kind of moved me out of my comfort zone and I'm doing these videos, it's kind of cool that it's like so endless. Like I just connected with someone yesterday who is in Colorado, but a couple hours away. So I'm just so open now to what's possible. So yeah, I'd say I've got the website, Facebook. I love Instagram, and I'm on Pinterest too. So it's really just all of my. You just find me in all those little pockets in my name, and I love to connect with anyone
Awesome.
any way that works for them.
Wonderful. Love it. Thank you so much, Carrie. Yeah, and you spell your last name Socia. I just love that last name. It's so apropos for you, I think. Social. Just
I was
add the
just gonna
L.
say, okay, so I finally like accepted my name, right? It's Carrie, so I'm always like, well, I'm Karen, so Carrie makes sense, and then social without the L. So, can't think of the caring social lady.
I
That's
totally think
cheap,
you should
but
coin that phrase. I think it's beautiful for you, for sure.
thank
So
you.
we always end everything Real Life Book Club with gratitude. So Carrie, please share with us, after sharing so much of your story, and so much of how you have blossomed in your life and truly living a fulfilled life with everything you have going on right now and your most amazing kids and business and friendships you're cultivating. What are you truly grateful for in this moment?
In this moment, I mean, Susanna, I have such a big heart for you, and you've since I've met you, you know how we just have that instant connection with people.
Mm-hmm.
You keep me going. I am inspired by all that you do, and kind of that you don't give up. And you even said to me that it's not. What did you say? Not constructive feedback. It's all feedback. And so I'm grateful that when you and I do connect, and I hope we get to see each other more going forward because I know we've both been having different schedules, but there's just I'm grateful that I have two ears and that we all have our mouths and that we get to see. We have eyes too, right? It's like all these senses, our hands, our eyes, our ears, our mouths. And I'm so grateful that we get to sense and that we get to see and we get to hear. And I think that if we can focus on all that we have so much. So yeah, thank you for embracing me and welcoming me into your life and for sharing, what I do with other people and likewise. Like, It's really fun. So thank
Yeah,
you.
you're speaking of your five senses, but my heart, I'm sensing my heart is so huge, and I'm grateful for that heart energy and that heart connection that we share, and that we're on this journey together. And if it wasn't for us both being brave, courageous, and vulnerable, we wouldn't have this amazing connection and be really truly supporting each other. So thank you for being in my life as well. Thank you for being grateful for me. Thank you for keeping the gratitude snowball going because there's only room for more love, more joy. Thank you,
Absolutely.
Carrie. Thank you, Carrie, so much for being here with me today. It was very good to see you, even though, it's not in person. It's so awesome that we have this type of technology and share ourselves, our connection, and our messages with the entire world. So bring it on, people. Watch our video.
Woohoo! Woo! Totally. Thanks, Susanna. That was fun.
Yes, it was fun. Thank
Yeah,
you. We will
you.
connect soon. Thank you for being here with Real Life Connection today.
Absolutely. It's my favorite. I love watching all your videos. So
Oh,
thank
good.
you.
You're one of my biggest fans, girl. Keep it up.
I know. Keep it up.
All right.